How were N-rays debunked? Imagine discovering a new kind of radiation that could change science forever. That was the claim made about N-rays in the early 1900s. But how did scientists find out it was all a mistake? Well, the story involves a clever scientist named Robert W. Wood and a French physicist named Prosper-René Blodleau. Blodleau said he had found N-rays, which he claimed were a new form of electromagnetic radiation. He said they could be seen as tiny changes in the brightness of sparks or glowing materials when exposed to certain sources. Many scientists tried to repeat his experiments but couldn't get the same results. That raised suspicion early on. Then Robert W. Wood arrived in France in 1904. He wanted to see if Blodleau's claims were real. During one experiment, Wood secretly removed a key piece of equipment called a prism, which Blodleau believed was necessary to detect N-rays. Despite the missing part, Blodleau still insisted he saw effects that proved N-rays existed. Wood knew this was impossible because the prism was essential for detecting the radiation. This showed that Blodleau's observations were not based on real phenomena but on his expectations or wishful thinking. Wood published his findings, and that was the end of the N-rays story. Further investigations showed that the photographic evidence Blodleau used was flawed. The negatives he claimed showed N-ray effects were actually just differences in how the film was exposed or developed. These small errors in the photographic process made it look like N-rays were there when they really weren't. This episode became a classic example of how human error, bias, and the desire to find something new can lead scientists astray. It also reminds us that science needs careful testing and skepticism to avoid being fooled. In the world of strange experiments and quirky results, the N-rays case is a perfect example of a scientific hoax that was not deliberate but caused by mistakes and human perception. It shows how even respected scientists can be misled when they want to believe in something new. The story teaches us that science is a human activity, full of surprises, and sometimes, it takes a good dose of skepticism to set the record straight.